welcome to another episode of
Curious Minds.
My name is Clara, and with me I have
Prosper.
we are your host. So today, before we go into today's agenda, we want to talk about no, not exactly talk about, but have you guys watched our last week episode?
Very important.
And very, very important. If you haven't, please do go back and watch it. I advise you to go back to watch it because last week we talked about body positivity and beauty standards, and we really went very, very deep into that topic. We did justice to that topic, honestly.
Also, leave your comments.
Yes,
your
exactly. We want to know your mind,
topics to see us talk about in future episodes.
Yes, exactly.
So we trust you guys had a good week, because I did. I had a productive week. It was actually very fun for me. How about you? How was your week?
Yes, my week was nice. So it was very, very productive. Because the week hasn't ended yet. So we are still in the middle of this week. But it has started well, and I really do hope that it ends well at the same time.
Amen. So this week, a lot of things happened this week. A lot of trending, juicy, pressing issues.
A lot happened.
But I think every Nigeria's pride right now is the victory of Miss Universe 2024 just completed pageantry, which happened on November 16th at Mexico.
Yes,
Miss Chidinma, by name again.
Big congratulations to her.
We're so proud of her. So today we're just talking about the perseverance and resilience of this young lady. Actually able to manage through the obstacles even after facing so much rejection. Actually able to bring herself back up and still paved through a way of success. Before we go into any of that, we'd like to give a brief summary of introduction and background and all of that. So Clara, would you like to help us with that?
Yes, of course. So Chidinma Adetshina is a South African or she was born in South Africa, let me put it that way. She was born in South Africa, but she's from a Nigerian father, specifically an Igbo man, yes, and a Mozambique mother. And with the information that we got and with the interviews that we've seen from her, she was born in Soweto, and her entire life she grew up in Cape Town, South Africa. So she's basically South Africa is basically her home, honestly, because that's where she was born and raised. So South Africa is basically her home. And with interviews that we watched, we also figured out that she started pageantry since she was 16 years. That's impressive, honestly. That means she's not a newbie in all these things. She's not a newbie. Let us say she's an expert, right? She's an expert. So yeah, she has really done a lot. But we are not just we are basically going to be talking about a journey, because through this whole Miss Universe, this whole thing, that was how we got to know who Chidinma is. Yeah. So we are going to be more focused on that today. So basically we know her, not because we know her from Miss South Africa 2024 this year. Our story just began this year. We know that she actually contested for Miss South Africa, but she wasn't able to complete the pageant. She actually got to the finals, but she wasn't able to join the others in the finals. She wasn't able to be on stage during the finals. And why? Because she was bullied, she was threatened, because South Africans felt like, oh, she is not of South African roots, she is Nigerian, so why is she competing for Miss South Africa when she is not South African? And that was how our story began. The bullying, the threatening, the discrimination, everything reached the internet. I think it blew the internet at that time. And
it was August or something.
Yes, it was around that time. And a lot of people, even Nigerians, even had their own takes on it. Were like, what's going on? Why are you bullying this girl like this? And all of that. The bully was a lot, to the extent that she had to withdraw from the competition. She withdrew from the competition because she was afraid of her family. She was
Security and all
security,
of
her
that.
family, and even herself also. So she had fear in her, and I'm sure that that actually demoralized her a lot and brought her down a lot. I'm sure she felt like, oh, it's the end of the
The
road for
world.
me,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't imagine. I'm sure that she had put a lot of practice, a lot
And
of training, a
efforts,
lot of
a lot
effort
of,
into that, into,
and all over our
yes,
name,
name
lots of Chidinma.
exactly. And it's, honestly, she's a
It's very
really strong
disheartening,
woman.
honestly. Like I
She's
can't
really
imagine
strong,
putting,
honestly.
or not even aside from the practice, aside the practice, the effort. What about thinking, spending your
Oh,
life
our
in the entire
own.
place, for almost 23 years. She said she was born and
Yes,
bred there.
brother.
23 years, and then feeling like, okay, let me even try to make my country proud by running for this pageantry, and then they just
True.
turn their backs on you. Can you imagine over 60 million people doing that? Like just
Mm,
turning their backs on you, not feeling loved or accepted in your country, the place where
mm,
you call your comfort zone, place where you call your hometown. Like imagine all of them just turning their backs on you.
feeling threatened in a
Like
place you call
it's
home.
honestly a lot to take in. Like I can't imagine what I've done
Yeah.
to our mental health, honestly.
Yeah. I'm sure she was
Mm-hmm.
depressed, and I really do not even want to go into like her feeling. Don't let me even mention, because it's a sensitive word.
Topic, yeah.
Yeah, don't let me mention it. But I'm sure she was depressed. I'm sure she was down. I'm sure she had already
She had
given up
given up.
hope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she was like, oh, there's nothing for me again, because she's a pageant queen. That's her job, literally. That's what she does. She goes for pageants. She walks the runway for competitions and all of that. And I'm sure that she felt like, oh, this is like the end for me. This is
Mhm.
something that I have been preparing for. This is something that I've been training for,
And then,
and
all
then
for nothing.
just went down the, just was all ruined for her. So yeah, that's really really big for her.
Rejection is really, really crazy.
Yeah, rejection is
was a lot.
bad. Rejection is bad. Anyone that says that rejection isn't
Should put yourself
good,
in that
yeah, should put
shoes.
yourself in that shoes, because
Man,
I
a
can't
whole
imagine
country
what she
turn their
felt.
backs on you.
Honestly, I can't imagine what she felt. Even though it won't be like all the people of the country,
Most
I'm
of
sure
them actually.
it will feel like, oh, it's the whole country that is
Yeah.
against me. So I'm sure a
And was
lot
it
of
even her
people would have
fault?
felt that way.
Was it
Yes,
even
it
her
wasn't even her
fault?
fault. It was just that, oh, she's not South
Can't
African
enough. Like
enough.
what does that
So
even mean?
well, that's them for you. So you can say, but I'm really really happy that Nigerians came to our rescue. We also need to talk about
Can you tell
that,
us how
honestly.
Nigerians came to rescue?
Yes,
I think that was when she was rejected.
yes, that was when
Nigerians
she
called
was
for her to,
rejected.
come and
And I think
represent
it
them.
was Ben Murray, if you remember. Ben
Yeah.
Murray is the CEO of Silverbird
But,
Galleria, and he's also the pioneer for Miss Universe Nigeria. And I also heard that he sent an invitation to Chidinma to come and represent Taraba State
Yeah, in
to
Nigeria.
contest for Miss Universe
That's Nigeria.
Nigeria. And yeah, that's like, I'm sure that gave her hope, that gave her more confidence. I'm sure she would have lost confidence in herself,
Yeah.
honestly.
And
So,
that's what takes us to our topic for today, the resilience.
yes, and
Imagine she had given up and
yes,
said, oh, pageantry, I'm not even interested anymore. Let me just focus on my
yes,
educations or focus on something else, try a new pathway. But then for her to even take up that new job, that new opportunity, it shows that she was really
True.
passionate about her job. She didn't give up, she was resilient, and she had self-confidence.
Yes, I'm sure that if some people were in her shoes,
Definitely.
they will feel like they will even take up that
They'll feel like,
opportunity.
more,
They'll feel like, what am I
yeah,
doing? What is this one?
yeah, I feel like I'm okay. I'm looking for more dragging or for more rejection.
Exactly. But I'm really happy that she saw it as a
An
new
opportunity.
opportunity, and she took it. She grabbed it by
the neck.
turns. She grabbed it, said, yes, another opportunity has come for me, and I'm going to take it. And I'm really happy that she competed for the Miss Universe Nigeria, and she conquered. She won. I'm really really happy that she won. And even
She
during
win, she wasn't first runner up.
no, for Miss Universe Nigeria,
Okay,
I'm talking
Nigeria,
about,
okay, yeah.
yes. Even though during that during the competition for Miss Universe Nigeria, she also faced another form of backlash from discrimination again.
Yeah.
But she didn't see that
As a reason to give up or withdraw again.
You understand? She saw it as she saw it as a stepping stone for her. She saw it as something that she can use to achieve what she wants to achieve. I'm sure by that time she was like, no, I'm not going to give up anymore. My goal is that Miss
Yes,
Universe,
and I must
and I
get
must
it.
get it.
Mhm.
And that's really, really
And like
brave of her,
for
honestly.
generations to come, her name will always be in the record.
In
That
record,
yeah,
yes. And I'm
I will
really
give up
happy.
lose. Oh, I will give up
Honestly,
lose.
now give up
Honestly,
lose. That's it. That's just it. We shouldn't see failure as something that should make us give up. We should see it as something that is to make us grow and to
yeah.
learn. We should always
Failure
learn
isn't always
from our
bad all the time.
failures.
Sometimes
Yes,
failure,
is not always bad.
failure is important for us. Like check back, see what we missed,
Yes.
and then try and put more effort and try again. You
Yes,
get? I feel like
exactly.
life is
That's
about
what Chidinma
trying,
did.
taking risks, and like our ability to persevere should be actually be commended.
Yes,
Like
really,
our
really,
patience, our
really. Because
perseverance.
I can't see myself being in her shoes,
Mhm.
like having this backlash seriously from South Africans, especially her home,
Our
a
home,
place she
considered
considered
our
her
home.
home. So I'm sure she felt really, really bad in regards to that, honestly. But at the end of the day, she won Miss Universe Nigeria, and she went on to represent Nigeria in Miss Universe in Mexico. And even though she didn't win,
She still won.
she still won.
Mhm.
Because I remember I saw a video on TikTok where
Yeah.
from a fan kind of view, and they showed where they announced
Miss Denmark as the winner.
as the winner, and then we saw how
All the other
as soon as she left
contestants,
that
yeah.
part, she went to the other part after they gave her flowers, and we just saw all the contestants coming
Hugging
to
her.
hug her, and I just felt like she's the real winner. You know,
Yes,
that made her
yes.
feel like,
She's
oh,
I feel like
she's
she got
the
more
real winner.
recognition than Miss Denmark
Yes,
herself.
yes,
Mhm.
because even that day, that
trended a lot.
she trended
Yeah.
a lot, even more than more than the Miss Universe. No hate to her, honestly, but Chidinma trended a lot during that.
She's a true.
So she's a true example of perseverance and resilience. Yes, so
And the thing about
honestly,
resilience is
really good.
it's not just okay, just not giving up. It's about growing, learning, and adapting.
Yes, and
To, new
adapting.
situations, new
Yes.
opportunities, new circumstances, and all of that.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. And not just that, she also went forward to win Miss Universe Africa and Oceania. That's huge.
That was huge. Like,
Not just Africa,
when God
Oceania.
closes one door, God opens
Mhm.
multiple doors
It
for you. I think
does,
Oceania
honestly.
consists of New Zealand,
Yeah, New Zealand, Australia,
Australia.
Fiji, Solomon Islands. Oh my goodness, that's huge.
I can't imagine the
That's
amount of
huge.
contracts, scholarship in her DMs right now.
Honestly, that girl has made it for life.
Has made
Not just
headway.
for herself, even for her generations.
Has to come.
She has
Mhm.
made it. She has made it for life. And honestly, big congratulations to her. Her story is truly inspiring. And
I truly admire her perseverance, honestly.
yes,
like,
I
our
admire it a
resilience.
lot. And it's
Not something we see every day.
Bad if you even take her as a role model.
Mhm.
It won't be bad because her story alone is worthy of being
Yeah.
of someone
Being
of her
someone's
being a
mentor, being someone you look up
role
to.
model,
Mhm.
honestly. So Prosper, what do you feel, what advice would you give youth like us in regards to Chidinma's story?
I would just say, I think we said it all honestly. It's
Yes,
all about
we said it all.
resilience and perseverance. I think in life, we should never give up. We should always try, always take on new opportunities. Life is a risk itself. You never know till you try. Like now, she wouldn't have known she could have, reached a stage in her life, become Miss Universe Nigeria, become Miss Universe, got the first runner up, become Miss
Yes.
Universe Africa and Oceania. Like if she didn't try, she wouldn't have known. You get? So I feel like not just basing stuff on her emotions. She didn't let her emotion get the best of her. You understand? I feel like she saw her like maybe huge supporters, huge support system that also encouraged her. But even aside having support systems, I feel like when you have self-confidence, self-love, you can do anything. You can take on the world. The sky is your limit. Even the sky is your limit. So I just think as young adults, teenagers, whatever your dream is, even if you feel like all hope is lost, nobody's supporting you, everybody's against you. Once you know this is your passion, this is my way, this is what I'm here on earth to do, I must achieve, I must conquer it. Never go without achieving your purpose in life and destiny. Even if it doesn't work out the first time, don't say it's not God's plan for me. If you're certain and you are sure, go for it, because never know. And even sometimes when you feel that's the end of the world, that's not the end, there's still always light at the end of the tunnel. That's how I just say.
Yes, just to buttress more on what my host said, your plan might not be God's plan for you. So just let that sink into your head. Just know that God's your plan might not be God's plan for you. You might think that, oh, this is the way, but God is telling you that this is the way. So let us not be discouraged just
Yeah,
because
because
something
something doesn't
didn't
work
work
in our
out
favor at
or didn't work
first.
in your favor. Don't be discouraged. It just means that it didn't work in this path. Take another path. You understand? So that's just it. That's what happened to Chidinma. It didn't work with our own plan. Was Miss Universe, was
Universe South
Miss
Africa.
South Africa, but then God's plan was no, Miss Universe Nigeria.
And I even
Then
think she
Miss
actually has the
Universe.
highest placements. Like,
Yeah, she had the
yes,
highest placement among
amongst
all
all
Africans.
Africans.
So that's
Really huge. That's
huge,
another
honestly.
breaking
Yes.
record.
And I remember that I was just like following her journey when she landed in Mexico. I was just following it all and on. I was just seeing that she was like getting a lot of recognition. She was like there was like ranks that they give the various Miss Universe queens, and then I saw that she was just ranking on top 5, top 3,
Top 3,
and that's big. That's really
like
big.
at a young age.
Yes,
She's
at her
making
young
waves for
age,
herself.
just 23 years old. That should be something that we should take as a lesson. And we should just know that like we can use Joseph as an example, that just because you are not accepted or loved in one part
in one
doesn't
place
mean you won't be
mean
loved and accepted
can
in
even be your
another part.
homeland. Sometimes your
Yes, it
own
can be in
plan,
your
put it
homeland
as your
too.
family might turn against you and turn their backs on you. But
Yes.
God is actually the best friend we can have. And once you believe in God, God says to the rest.
Yes, exactly.
Like God always says, do your best and let God do the rest. She did her best and she let God take charge of her life.
And also they say that God's time is
the
always
best.
the best. So that's just it.
So Chidinma Adetshina's story has taught us to be resilient, persevere always, to not give up. Whether you're facing challenges, going through depressing moments, still can tell people about, even your close friends, your partners, family. Always remember not to give up in anything you do.
Yes.
So if you found this episode inspiring, kindly share to others who may also find this inspiring, and also follow us on our Radio on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to not miss on future episodes. Never forget, keep persevering and keep staying resilient. Once again, I'm your host Prosper.
I'm your host Clara.
Till next time.
Bye.